2022 Chevrolet Camaro. The 2022 Chevrolet Camaro is one of only 3 cars keeping the old-school muscle car segment alive. The Camaro, along with its chief rivals, the Dodge Challenger and Ford Mustang, takes the traditional hallmarks of this specialized segment and updates them for a modern audience. You still get the pulse-pounding acceleration provided by the muscle cars of old, but now with a high-tech interior and elevated handling performance. The Chevy puts a premium on a sporty driving experience, so much so that it's almost at the detriment to its everyday drivability. The sleek styling creates short windows that impede outward visibility, while both trunk space and cabin storage are the most meager in the class. If practicality is a consideration for your next car purchase, the Ford and Dodge offer more usable space. We also think the Mustang drives just as well as the Camaro on a set of twisty mountain roads. For more about the Chevy's strengths and pitfalls, check out Edmund's expert evaluation below. Regardless of engine, the Camaro is the best driving muscle car of its segment, edging out more expensive sports cars when it comes to behind-the-wheel thrills. Poor outward visibility and a tiny trunk limit its practicality as a daily driver. If you can live with these downsides, you'll be rewarded every time you drive it. If not, the Mustang and the Challenger deliver similar thrills with fewer flaws. This Camaro is a strong performer that blends speed with precision and enjoyment in a way that previous Camaros never did. The V8 is stout and our choice if you want the full muscle car experience, but even the V6 and 4-cylinder are punchy. Most models will out-drag an equivalent Mustang by a slight margin, and the brakes are up to the task of getting it stopped in a hurry. Handling feels more precise with the smaller and lighter engines, but the V8 with its stickier tires exhibits higher limits. The manual transmissions have great positive gates, and rev matching ensures downshifts that are as good as a pro racer's. The base suspension delivers a supple ride. The optional magnetic ride control suspension, V8 only, is more capable over a variety of surfaces. The ride quality is very good considering the Camaro's mission. All engines are quiet cruisers, but only the V8 sounds good when driven hard. The well-shaped front seat backs offer good lateral support without being confining, but the bottom cushion can feel tight to some. We also like the effectively padded door and center armrests. Unsurprisingly, the back seat is cramped even for short drives. The climate control center vents are oddly placed in front of the shift lever where they excel at freezing or heating your hand while cruising. Visibility remains a big concern, and it makes the Camaro harder to operate and park in tight places than it should be. Surprisingly, the view forward and the view to the sides are even bigger problems. It's very hard to place the Camaro on tight roads, watch that rock wall, or in tight spots, watch that shopping cart. Shorter passengers can't see over the dashboard. Interior controls are arranged in an unusual way that comes with a surmountable learning curve. The forward half of the interior feels large provided you don't opt for the sunroof. In back, people of average height won't find much space, especially if the driver is tall. In true performance coupe fashion, this back seat is for kids only. The Camaro is a little hit or miss in this category. There's a respectable level of tech features, and we like the infotainment system's quick reactions and modern aesthetic, but the screen is oddly angled on the dash. The base touchscreen is also on the small side, which is one reason to upgrade to the larger one that comes with optional navigation. You must upgrade to higher trims for rear parking sensors, blind spot monitoring and a rear cross-traffic alert system, things it sorely needs due to its terrible rear visibility. At 9.1 cubic feet, the Camaro Coupe's trunk has not only the smallest volume in the segment, but it also has a tiny opening and a high liftover height. If you ever wondered why tourists who rent Camaro convertibles put their suitcases in the backseat, this is why. Interior storage is minimal. The door pockets and under armrest bin are tiny. At least the cup holders are of a fair size and mostly out of the way during shifting. And although the back seat may be useless for adults, it does allow for extra interior storage. The EPA rates the V6 automatic at 22 mpg combined, 18 city, 29 highway, the V8 automatic at 20 mpg combined, 16 city, 26 highway, and the 4-cylinder automatic at 25 mpg combined, 22 city, 30 highway. These figures are similar to those for other muscle cars. The strong performance value really trumps all else here. The Camaro is the best driver's car of its type. There are some hard plastics that seem out of place in an otherwise pleasant interior. That said, the construction and assembly are strong with no creaks or squeaks. From its mid-$20,000 base models to the top-level ZL1, the Camaro costs about the same as an equivalent Mustang. Features for the dollar are comparable too, be they the track packages or exterior styling upgrades, but performance is squarely in the Camaro's favor. The Camaro delivers a surprisingly cohesive and involving driving experience that competes at a class above. The V8's sound is compelling and the tremendous thrust addictive. Handling with the V6 and 4-cylinder models is honest and lithe, but the sound from either engine is hard to like. Exuberantly styled, this low-slung coupe grabs attention, which may or may not be to your liking.